What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com.
Crystal Love, KetoBrick.com.
And today is rainy, it is wet, it is dreary, and when those are the situations upon us, I think of chili. I like chili when it's cold, wet, and rainy. So today, we're going to make chili. Sound good?
Sounds good. We didn't even write that on the board.
Yeah, we didn't even write that on the board. We didn't write a whole lot of stuff on the board because we don't know what the macros are yet, because we have to go get the groceries, because a lot of the stuff that goes into chili, like crushed tomatoes, you have to be pretty selective and find brands that are low carb. So we're not going to fill any of this in until we get back from the grocery store. However, the base of the chili, like typically chili's got beans, all that stuff in there, which you obviously can't have on keto. And oftentimes with chili, it's just like a whole bunch of steps and processes. I want tasty, nutritious chili very, very quickly, without much trouble, headache, heartache, and not having to flip their recipe. So we're gonna make this ultra simple. So we're gonna start with 1 pound of ground beef. We're gonna use the 75/25 from, where do I get that?
U.S. Wellness Meats.
U.S. Wellness Meats. What else we got?
We have 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 cup of mushroom, 1 cup of celery, which I think is odd, but Robert likes celery in his soups and stuff, so we're gonna put celery in it. 1 cup of crushed tomatoes, 1 cup of onion, and 1 tablespoon of garlic.
And I'm gonna make this like be a huge meal for me, so this is all gonna be based off of like a single serving, but you could easily just subdivide this. Like I think of 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup, and it's like, okay, you have that for 2 people, it's half a cup per person.
Yeah.
And
that would definitely fill
2
people up for sure.
Yeah, I just have like a bottomless pit. So let's go to the grocery store. We'll see you there. All right, y'all. So we're at Kroger's. As you can see, it's rainy and wet and dreary. Whole Foods would probably be a better option, or Natural Grocers, but this is the closest. So here we go. Baby?
Yeah?
You cold and wet and dreary?
Yeah, it is cold and wet and dreary. We're gonna grab some of the organic celery. Gourmet blend of mushroom.
Alright, y'all, so you could definitely chop up an onion. That's typically what I would do. I'm going to kind of cheat the system and just get some of this diced yellow onion and not have to chop it up. I like a little spice in my life, so I'm going to get 1 serrano pepper and dice it up into the chili as well. Alright, y'all, so we have fire roasted tomatoes here. We looked at all the cans. This one's got the best macros. This is 3.5 servings, 1/2 cup per serving, 5 grams of total carbs, 3 grams of sugar, no added sugar, but still the natural sugars in the tomatoes. We're gonna look and see if we can find a sauce or like a paste that would be better. We have our tomatoes, like we said earlier, but I also found this Rouse homemade tomato basil sauce. This has got 6 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, 3 grams of sugar, and 1 gram of protein, whereas this one has 0 fats, 5 grams of carbs, 3 sugar, and 1 protein. So you're going to get a little bit more fat with this. We're going to sacrifice some of the texture with this, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the Rouse. Alright, y'all, so as far as spices go, we have chili powder, we have cayenne pepper, and we have paprika, and we're going to put about a tablespoon of each of these into the pot. Alright, y'all, so a little hack here. Since we swapped out the diced tomatoes for that marinara sauce, and we're going to miss some of that texture, we're going to throw in some of this prosciutto to kind of mimic the texture of those diced tomatoes.
$3.59. Place item in bag or cart, then scan next item.
Alright, y'all, there's no way to really accurately gauge the expenses based off of that, because I'm obviously not going to use that entire container of seasoning for this recipe. I already had purchased the meat, so that wasn't reflected on the ticket. So yeah, not really sure what this would have actually cost if it was like on a per meal basis. Alright, y'all, we are back from the grocery store. We have our food laid out in front of us here. We're going to use the Instant Pot like I said earlier, so we have that as well. And Crystal was kind enough to go ahead and chop up our celery and our garlic, so we have that. And first things first, you want to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in your Instant Pot and put it on the saute function. So I'm going to do that. saute function has been activated. You could also make this entire recipe just in a skillet and then transfer it to like a slow cooker or something as well, but Instant Pot makes things easy. So all of our measuring spoons are dirty, so we're using just a normal spoon for illustrative purposes, but we have 2 tablespoons of olive. Was that about a tablespoon, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Probably pretty close.
Yep.
All right.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps in medicine. Good. That reminds me of Mary Poppins.
No sugar up in here.
No, but they did use regular spoons and then they poured it and it came up a different color. Anyways.
All right, so that's getting hot. We're gonna go ahead and saute our mushrooms and our onions in the pot here.
That is exactly a cup that he's putting in there.
Yeah, is it more or less about a cup?
That whole thing? No.
Yeah.
It's probably about 2 cups or so.
All right, well, it's pretty good. Then we're doing another cup, 1 cup of onions. I don't have a cup of this, so we're just guesstimating on this one.
Yeah.
You know what a cup is? I'm not in contest prep right now, so we're getting pretty, pretty estimating with the ingredients here. All right, so this is sauteing right now.
You can't hear it, but it's sizzling.
It's sizzling and sauteing.
Real quick?
No, I'm gonna put that in the end. At the end, I'm just gonna put that on top of it all.
Like, lay it in there?
No, like well, I guess you can go ahead and slice it up. Just gonna go ahead and slice up our serrano pepper here.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and add the garlic to that.
Alright, now that our vegetables are pretty well sauteed, we're gonna go ahead and cut open the pound of ground beef, and we're gonna add that in and cook it up as well. And I would put that in and cook it before you add the prosciutto, since the prosciutto is already cooked.
Ready?
Alright, go ahead and add that in.
Alright, we're just gonna break up the meat and mix that right in.
Alright, so now the meat is more or less cooked. I'm going to go ahead and add the entire package of prosciutto. By the way, this has 520 milligrams per serving. There's 4 servings in here. So you're getting about 2,000 milligrams of sodium just from this package alone. So quite a big amount there. It's going to look just like, or feel just like tomatoes, diced tomatoes, I got a feeling. Alright, so now that this is pretty well cooked, we're going to go ahead and add the remaining ingredients, except for the serrano peppers. You have a spoon for that? No. Just going to like throw some in there, little dash. We need a cup of this, a measuring cup. So now we're going to add our cup of Rao's marinara sauce right here. Our kitchen situation is looking bleak, y'all. We got a spork for a measuring spoon. So we got paprika. I'm gonna do a tablespoon of each of these. So using our spork spoon. Alright, y'all, so the beauty of the Instant Pot is it just like does a day's worth of slow cooking in about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna turn off the saute function. And I'm going to put it on manual. I haven't put those in yet. Oh. I'm going to put it on manual for 10 minutes. And make sure your little stopper here is sealed. So manual for 10 minutes. And let that come up to pressure. And then let it slow release. And then dig in. Oh, by the way. Kind of got some of the macros. It's beeping at me. Kind of got some of the macros figured out. We're looking at about 155 grams of fat, 43 grams of carbs, but I'm kind of skeptical on that one because it was measuring a lot of the seasoning is a lot higher than I think it would actually be. So I think I would probably subtract 10 from that. So I'm thinking more like 33 grams of carbs instead of 43. And then 111 grams of protein. So it winds up being just over 70% calories from fat. So pretty good. I had a keto brick earlier. I'm gonna have that with this basically. So gonna get my fat ratio up with the brick. You gonna have some?
I'll have a bite.
All right. Let's wait for 10 minutes and slow release, and we'll see you in a bit. All right, we have let our temperature slowly release naturally. We're about to open this beast up and see what's inside. You ready?
Ready.
I bet it's gonna smell good.
No.
Boom, look at that.
Does it smell good?
It does smell pretty good. I wish y'all could smell this. All right, so since our kitchen situation is kind of crazy, the only bowl we have is this massive stainless steel bowl. So just dump it on in there, babe.
It's hot.
All right, so here is our bowl of chili. You can't see it because it's in this massive bowl. I'll get a better angle here in a second. All right, y'all, that is what I am talking about. That is the chili. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna go ahead and add the serrano peppers on top here. And then you can add some cheese at this point if you'd want to. Some cheese or just whatever toppings you'd want in there as well. But that's what we've got going so far. You ready for a taste test? Mm-hmm. All right, we have any spoons? Of course we don't have any spoons. We have one random camping spoon. Pretty hot? We didn't let it cool any. Pretty hot, man.
I can't even taste it. My tongue hurts. From what I can taste, it tastes pretty good. Whew, that was hot.
I like that a lot.
Man, that wasn't that hot for you?
I'm tough.
That was hot. My tongue can feel the burn.
Pretty good.
That is really good.
All right, so what are we gonna rank this on simplicity? Out of 10, I'd give it like a
8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Really?
We hardly had to cut anything. You just throw veggies and meat in a pot and stir it up.
I'd give it a 7. I'm lazy in the kitchen. What about nutrition? I think it's got quite a lot of stuff in there.
It does. Ground beef. It has different fats from the oils. It has different vegetables and stuff. I think it's, yeah, I'd say probably, I'd probably say 8.
I'd say 8 on nutrition. What about taste? You got serrano pepper in this
I would
bag.
say, for me personally, I would probably give it another 8. I think it's really good, and I would definitely eat it. It might be a little bit too, maybe not enough saucy, but a little bit too much oily.
Not enough saucy, too much oily?
Yeah, so like rather than having so much oil, I'd rather like have a little bit more like red sauce mixed in.
I could see that. And was there another judging criteria that we based it off of?
Price.
Price. Price is kind of hard to gauge because we had some of the stuff already purchased, but I would give it probably...
I'd say probably 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Especially for a meal for 2. I mean, you have a pound of ground beef and then just whatever vegetables you want. And usually we'll have extra vegetables in the fridge that we naturally would just throw in there, so.
Yeah. It's good though. I'm digging it. Perfect for the cold day that it is. I'm about to dive in right now. Oh, I'm going to put these in there. Keto Crunch.
So good.
Buffalo cheese crackers from F-Bomb. This is not in the macros, but these are super delicious and I want a little crunch in there, so I'm gonna sprinkle these on top. That's that. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll see you tonight.
See you in a second.
See you in a second. See you right now. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, guys.